Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be my GHD Rise hair tutorial, voluminous, wavy, beautiful hair look. I had quite a few requests on my Instagram to show you how I use the tool. Would be helpful if I actually showed you what it was. So I'm going to take you through it now. Everything will be linked down below. If you would please use my links, that would be amazing. Either you're thinking about buying the Rise or you bought the Rise and you're not really sure how to use it, then I hope this video will be really helpful to you. GHD might even have a January sale on. I don't know. I probably should have done this before I started filming, but I felt like this look is very timeless, classic. I could wear this out to brunch with the girls. I could wear it to one of my model castings. If I was going to like a hair casting, I would definitely take my hair like this. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. We're doing so much more this year and I'm so excited to be back on YouTube after a little Christmas break and just be uploading more. So hit that subscribe button and let's crack on with the video. Right, first things first, I washed my hair this morning and then I dried it with my GHD Helios hairdryer, which coincidentally I've noticed matches my hardware and my nails. And I used the GHD Heat Protect hairspray and my Tangle Teaser brush, which has this special vent that allows faster drying and more volume. So this is the Rise, pretty well loved. You can tell from the hair around the barrel. That does happen. I've seen it on everybody else's Rise as well, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. I'm going to start by sectioning off probably the top half of my hair just so I can get to the underneath very well. I can't really style hair without these big chunky clips. I'm just going to brush through to make sure there aren't any knots that would stop the barrel bristles from getting through. Right, I'm going to try and describe my technique as well as possible. It's not the easiest to use, it's taken me a while, but the fact that I'm reaching for it now rather than my straighteners to curl my hair, which I've genuinely been doing for like 15 years, does say something. So starting on the undersection, I take about an inch thick and I start at the root and then I twirl the hair over and then kind of bring the barrel down. And I would really recommend smaller sections and just going slow at the beginning. I really want to make sure that that barrel is pressed against the hair to lock in the style. And then it looks something like this. I think people find with this technique, it's the same technique I use when I use my straighteners to curl my hair, is that they're a bit confused about like hand placement and their wrist movement and all that kind of stuff. It just takes a lot of practice. So for example, I'm styling the left side right now. So I'm using my left hand to guide the hair and the tool is in my right hand. And I like to go on top of the hair. Left hand twirls the hair round. And then I just kind of pull tightly just to make sure that that hair is lying flat against the Rise. And then bring it down. And once I'm about midway through, can wrap it over again and start pulling the hair through. And you can twizzle the barrel more if you want a bit more curl. My hair's so long that it wraps around the handle a bit here, but I think that's fine. And there's another one. I've got just the last one on this undersection. And you'll notice that all the curls go away from my face just because that's the most flattering, especially if you have a really round face like me. Always let the curls go away. And you can do that by being on top of the hair like I showed you. Also, it's 4th of January today and I've got major feels like first day of school. I'm in my brand new office. I'll show you a little bit, but I'm not gonna show you the whole thing. But basically, that's my desk. And I've never had an L-shaped desk before. I've never really had a desk before. I've always done like all my editing and everything on my lap. So this is just so exciting for me. So now I'm gonna move to my right side, the undersection. Taking an inch section again, I just like to then finger through it and just make sure there definitely aren't any knots that get jammed in the barrel. So by going on top, the curl will go away from the face. When you go underneath, that's when the curl goes towards the face. So inch section on top of the hair. I like to roll it around the barrel once and then I start pulling it through. I like a lot of tension in my hair just because then I know that it's going to be properly curled. I do have naturally quite thick full hair, so I need to spend a bit more time with heat on it just to make sure that that style is really penetrated into the hair by the heat. This feels like a good one. Honestly, when I first got this tool, I kept on jamming it because I was just trying to go too fast and use too thick a section. So probably my biggest tip is to just go slow, use thin sections, and you'll just speed up naturally when you get your technique up. Before I move on to my top section, I just want to show you my GHD Platinum Plus. These are my straighteners, and this is what I would use to curl, straighten, kink everything my hair since I was like 12, and I'm nearly 29. The fact that I'm reaching for the Rise over my straighteners now to do my curls says something. This I could curl my hair in like 15 minutes. This probably takes me about half an hour. I'm incredibly used to using this tool, and I think if you want a kind of one-stop shop tool, then this one would be the best. If you're somebody who likes to invest in their hair, enjoys styling, thinks you're relatively good at it, then I would really go for the Rise, because there is a difference. This will also be linked below, likewise with all the other products that I'm using. Moving on to my top section now. Again, I'm just gonna brush it through, get out any knots. The Rise, in my opinion, provides a lot more bounce to the hair, as if you have just had a blow dry in the salon. Speaking of salon, I've got my hair appointment on the 9th of Jan. We're in lockdown in London, so I'm almost sure it's going to be cancelled. But honestly, my colour girl does such a good job, I'll link her below, that I was like, I want to be blonde, but I want to not have the upkeep. I want to be a sustainable blonde, I said. But I'm thinking of going not darker, just a bit more balayage. What do you think? Because you can see kind of like regrowth here. Right, now I'm going to do this front top section, which I think is always worth spending the most amount of time on, because it's the part that everybody will see the most and it frames your face. Sometimes I just hold the barrel there if I feel like I really want the style to stick in a certain place for about 5 to 8 seconds. If there's anywhere that is key to make sure that you're going away from the face, i.e. the barrel is on top of the hair, it's these parts, just because of the way they frame your face. And then that's that side done, but just look how pro it looks. I also feel like it definitely makes my hair look shinier as well, having it in this style. So fun fact, did you know that GHD, no, in fact, if you know what GHD stands for, write it in the comments. Makes so much sense. And apparently you can get more volume at the root by holding the brush there. I haven't mastered that yet, but that is on my list. See, I've got my hair in a happens to all of us. Just remember, you're in control of the tool doesn't control you. And I do like running my fingers through my hair often, just to break up where it's looking a bit too uniform. I think a slightly undone wave / curl is the best. So I'm on the right side of my hair, so I'm using the right hand to guide. The Rise is in my left, on top of the hair. Right wraps around the barrel, left starts twirling through, and once the hair is pressed against the barrel, I can start bringing the brush down and then using my right hand to guide the hair back onto the barrel. Now let me know if you've used the Dyson Airwrap. It's obviously a lot more expensive than the Rise, but I've heard it has a very similar effect. And after I finished, don't ask me why, but I like to run the brush down as if it was an actual brush, especially if your curls are a bit tight. You can definitely keep that kind of uniform, slight nod to Hollywood wave, but I prefer this slightly just more piecey. I always call it like piecey hair. There's more kind of pieces of individual strands. It's a bit more messy and undone. I'm going to use the Waze Wave Spray. You only need a tiny bit. It smells divine. And I just kind of like rub my hair between my fingers just to give it a little bit more texture and kind of grip, a bit more undone, a bit more urban, and in at the roots as well. Just, yeah, I do like to mess it up and rough it up a bit. There, that's a bit more my style. But just the general bounce still and the amount of volume, I really do think that is down to the Rise, and that's the difference for me between the Rise and my straightener. I think it's a tool that you really have to want to learn to use. If you're somebody who really enjoys hair, puts a lot of time and effort into their hair, or just wants to look very special for occasions, I do think this is a worthy investment, but it kind of depends on how you feel about hairstyling and how fluent you are. I wouldn't really recommend this for a beginner if you're new to hairstyling. I think you'd probably just get a little bit wound up and fed up. I would stick with a hair straightener and try and learn the technique from there. And then if you felt one day that you wanted a different styler, then you could think about the Rise. It's obviously incredibly high quality, it's GHD, it's not going to be a load of nonsense. And they are my favourite brand, period, for hairstyling. They really can do no wrong in my eyes. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped if either you were thinking about the Rise and you're not really sure, or if you got one for Christmas and you're not really au fait with how to use it. And believe me, it took a few attempts, but stick at it. If you did like this video, please do like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. As ever, all links will be below, down to my Instagram, the products I've used, the jewellery I'm wearing. I will be uploading a lot more this year, especially now I have my new office. So do stick around and I will see you in my next video. Bye.